Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Library Commission City of Gilroy meeting. We will now call our meeting to order at 7:02. And today is Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. And we will start with roll call.
Okay, Chair Coverson Baxter,
Present.
Vice Chair Nushabadi. And Commissioner Kim.
Present.
Secretary's report.
Thank you. Okay, now we'll have the secretary's report.
Library Commission agenda was posted online and in the City Hall kiosk on March 8th, 2024.
Thank you. And now we will have approval of minutes, which are attached.
I move to approve.
Would you like to second that? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So the motion to approve the minutes moves with 3 yeas and 0 nays. And now we will have approval of the agenda.
I move to approve it.
That's perfect. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we, oh, and any opposed? No? Okay, so we move to approve our agenda with 3 yeas and 0 nays. And now we have an opportunity to hear from public comment on items that are not on the agenda. And we would like to recognize our 2 public people. Thank you. Nice. So any comments on items not on the agenda? Could be comment about anything.
Is there an agenda I can grab?
Yes, thank you so much. We'll get you one.
Thought maybe it was like a secret,
It's a public meeting.
the handshake.
Thank you. Okay, and now we will move to unfinished business.
Okay, so if you go past the minutes in your meeting packet, there is a staff report regarding an update on your work plan.
You have board plan, perfect.
Okay, since it's been a while since your last meeting, I'll just quickly review it and then we'll provide some updates to you as well. Okay, so if you see your item number 1 on your work plan is to review and provide feedback to the Santa Clara County Library System regarding its services. We do that during the presentations by the county and Gilroy Library. Participate in the annual California Library Association or the American Library Association Conference, which we'll talk about momentarily. Promote the commission's purpose and library system to increase interest among prospective applicants to serve as commissioners. By the way, there are only 3 commissioners, as you can see, but there's actually 5 seats. So the next time they start the interview process, you have a very good shot.
Yeah.
As long as you meet the eligibility requirements of getting on the commission, which would be great for everyone here.
Notice the 5 seats have been serendipitously filled. Just saying.
Well,
I am interested.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
okay, great.
Can you say what the requirements are?
Oh,
Yes,
Thank
the
you.
most
Thank you,
important
Commissioner.
is you need to be a resident of Gilroy. And there are some people who say they live in Gilroy, but they're not technically residents of Gilroy. They live outside the city limits, but they have a Gilroy mailing address. How do you know if you live within city limits?
I vote for the mayor.
Yes, yes, that would be an
oh, if
indication.
you vote for the mayor,
If you
then
can-
you.
Yes, if you can vote for the mayor, then that means you live.
That's the good one. Now we know.
Yes, or if you get a water bill.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
dang.
fine.
No.
That's usually the go-to, because a lot of people don't vote, but everyone gets a water bill.
Yeah, everyone gets a water bill. That's true.
So,
Good point.
that is, yeah, and you have to be over 18, which I assume both of you are.
Pretty easy.
I believe that is.
Perfect.
All right, what else? And then the last one is, provide recommendations to city administrator and the council regarding potential capital improvements to the city's library facility based on the needs identified by county library staff and the Gilroy community. Arjo will provide a update on that, too. So, let's begin with the American Library Association Conference. So, the commission has selected Chair Baxter to attend the conference, which is in late June, early July. It's in San Diego, which is why they selected the ALA conference, since
Right.
it's not
Absolutely.
an annual thing, and it's a
Right.
huge conference. What else? So since the last meeting, Chair Baxter and I have worked together. We've
Yeah.
secured her hotel room,
Yeah,
registration.
he
for
works
the
very
conference.
fast. I'm like, oh, okay.
What else did we do? Hotel.
Everything. My flight, my hotel, and which is, yeah, and then if I need Uber, you tell me how
Yes.
that'll work. Yeah,
Yes, we'll go over the reimbursement.
yeah, that's fine. No
Yeah.
problem.
And then the one thing that Chair Baxter wanted to do was get input from the commissioners on
Yeah.
which sessions she should
Yes.
attend. So they have hundreds of workshops
It
for
helped me.
conference goers. And we'll just kind of quickly go through this. So starting with is it the 28th?
The
Yeah,
days that I'm gonna be there, I don't know off the top of my head.
okay. I think, yeah, it technically starts the
Yeah,
27th.
I'm not going the first day. I think I'm
Yeah.
leaving like Friday evening to get there or something.
Okay, yeah, I think that's right. So actually, if you can go
Like
to
Saturday.
Saturday, because it's, yeah, go to Saturday. This is really when the core, the meat of the conference is happening. Okay, so all of these sessions fall under the public library track. So a lot of them are going to be very focused on like library staff or things
Right.
that may not necessarily be pertinent to you. But we can go through them
Well,
and see which
I like
ones.
that. So cultivating community caught my eye. Cultivating community relationships.
Okay,
Cause we're the community, right? And we're about building relationships and growing our commission and growing our library. So if you go up one more.
So that one's more for,
It's like high
high school.
Right, it's for high school, but what I can learn there, I can transfer, possibly. So, right, so if they're talking about how to cultivate community relationships and bridging the gap between libraries and high schools, then maybe I can say the library and the community, or, so I would like to, if there's a description, so maybe we can star that or something. Sure. Is that what the star means? Oh, good. I just thought the star meant it was special. Okay, so we're supposed to click it. Okay,
So, and then, maybe, fostering conversation and connection.
I like
and
that.
community, that might be a great
I like
one.
that too.
I think that one makes more sense in the high school.
And,
well, yeah, so just as you can see, Victoria, you notice how they all say 9 to 10?
Oh, they all start, oh,
They're
they're
all
all
happening,
hour?
so you have to pick one
Oh.
within each hour slot.
Okay, so are these offered again? Sometimes the workshops are offered more than once. Do you know? I didn't get to look through it.
Sometimes. but
Okay,
Usually,
okay.
you're gonna kind of want to assume that that's kind of your shot.
Yeah,
is to
so,
do that.
so I guess the contrasting political views kind of concerns me. That part, fostering conversation and connection among community members, I like that. With contrasting political views, I just wonder what that's gonna be like. But how about we start both of them?
Sure, you could do that.
Okay,
Oh, I'm writing them down.
thank you so much.
So, maker spaces, this is about, board books, so probably not,
Yeah.
the one that you'd want. Scholarly publishing, online learning, library for all. So again, there's everything in here. Like,
Yeah.
There's so many opportunities, little.
And we're still in the 9 to 10.
I know.
It's like-
But-
This is a large
But,
one.
so,
I
so,
think what I'll do is, how about I go
Bring
with
it.
ones that are listed under outreach and engagement, because that will narrow it down a lot. And then you can kind of see what is,
oh, if we just click that, that'll
I
tell
think
us.
you'll have to go back to the top. Cassandra?
I think I have to look
Yeah,
at it this way,
it's,
right?
I think it's, let's see, content area maybe?
Yeah, the area.
Go to that.
Let's see.
Oh, content area.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
And then, there you go.
And then it'll probably come up with things that are probably a little more,
Fostering, little, what was the little free was, what was the little free?
this is little free
Little Free
library.
Little Free Library and public collaborations, not just for the front yard anymore. And you all do that, we do that, right? We have little libraries.
We have a list of all the little free libraries in the area. It's downstairs, near the Friends area.
Okay,
In the
Uh,
neighborhood, right?
Is that?
The libraries in the neighborhood.
Yes, there's quite a few.
number 11 goes with our strategic plan for county libraries. Uplifting diverse voices to inclusive library service.
That's another one that would be great.
Virginia Gap, serving beyond the walls. I wish they had a description. We'll have to look at the description later.
You know, I can email you your list and then you can. look
Okay,
at it.
you guys have to say if there's something that you like.
Uh-huh.
Bridging the Gap is at 1, that's at a different time. Bridging Gap, serving beyond the walls.
This might be Library Friends Foundations and Trust, information, tips, and ideas. So it might be more of how you connect with, local organizations that support the library kind of monetarily and how you parlay
Yeah,
those
I
experiences.
can see that.
That might be a good one.
Library, yeah.
It's gotta go.
Campus team and academic, I like that. City as a classroom, ooh. Empowering you to rewrite the law, that sounds cool,
Yeah, that's what.
right? That'd be a good workshop to have.
Actually,
hosted.
they all would try to attend as many as.
Oh, and the Sounds Day Public Library is doing that. Oh my God, oh yeah, I know all of them. I'll be going.
There you go. So these are kind of the ones that are specifically centered on outreach and engagement.
I like that.
For the first day or for Saturday.
And can you do leadership? There was another thing, leadership and management. I'm just curious what that is. Using collaborative leadership to build greater agility and resilience in those are like friends of the library, more focused, right? I would think. When to tap in and tap out, nurturing resilience and renewing bonds in library teams.
So a lot of this is for, like our library. Yeah. our library first. Right.
Building a strong foundation for future success.
Collaborative model for work groups might be a good one.
Yeah, that might be good. I like that. What do you guys think of that?
One.
Teams, a collaborative model for work groups.
Other social workers. Data analysis.
Oh, look at current topics of library boards. Well, we're not a board, we're a commission. Current topic.
There could be some
What is
overlap.
it? Yeah,
I would go
to just kind of hear, maybe,
Might be a good place to network as well.
yeah.
So just some ideas. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's just the first day, and that's just two
That's-
categories. So, I mean, we have a lot of,
And they're only 1 hour. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a lot of information.
yeah. They usually will kind of.
And Cassandra and Jennifer probably familiar, so they have like an exhibit hall
Mhm.
where you're gonna probably spend some time there, where they have like the latest technology,
Ooh,
they give out books, you meet the author, all this stuff, so.
nice.
This is just like one component, right?
One component,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so it's a very big conference. It's the one that we all kind of
Right.
look forward to because it is the large library. Next.
Food is right, libraries on.
Oh,
Well, is there anything that you all, our county librarian, right? And our community librarian that you would like us or me to get information and bring back to our commission? Is there something that sticks out to you? Or jumps out at you guys?
Cassandra, was there anything?
I think anything on how we connect better with each other and community are always great topics. For our kind of special visitor here today, who we'll introduce, just kind of talking about, we're really great at doing what we already do.
Good
How do
point.
we branch out a little bit? How do we reach more people who love the library, but maybe aren't our users every day? How do we tap into people who love libraries as institutions, but maybe haven't seen us in a while? And are also looking to, get more involved with the library sphere and, maybe even philanthropically. And how are we setting ourselves up for success?
Right.
Are we looking at creating more of a foundation? Like, what are we, if we're looking big picture in terms of getting involved with the city and really establishing ourselves as a philanthropical organization in the area, so kind of just broadening those horizons because there are things that maybe we haven't tapped into as much. But anything like that, I think is really, really amazing. And then, we're doing a lot of great groundwork with establishing more relationships with each other as the city. So really anything that kind of would fall under those lines, I think would be really great for us and for you to pursue.
Yeah.
And, you have a phone number, I'll be right there.
Oh, yeah, I
If you
know,
need
yeah.
me, you just call me if you're like, what's this term mean? I understand what these library people are going on and on about. But there's really amazing programming. Public libraries in the Ukraine, Reforma is, an organization about, I forget the acronym, but, creating immigrant youth and library connections. So
Nice.
again, there's so many topics you could find basically anything that you're interested in library studies and services, you'll find it here.
Right.
So I don't know, that's kind of maybe how you might want to direct yourself, but open to ideas. If there's anything that you would like me to attend, if there's anything you want me to, that would be, you think that we could brush up on or use, please feel free to give me suggestions, because there's so much. There's so much to
Absolutely.
learn.
When do we meet again? In 2 months?
May,
May.
so you still have one more opportunity.
Okay, that's good. I
What you could
think,
do is maybe between now and then, have a proposed schedule. This is what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I think I can do that. And then, and I have access to I haven't looked at anything since you sent it. But
Oh, this is good.
I will.
What about strengthening relationships with your friends in the library?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that one. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Because I know the friends said that they wanted to work, and I said I was gonna go to a friends meeting and I haven't, but I'll get there one day.
And you'll be able to build a perspective schedule.
Yeah.
Once you log in.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, I
You
haven't
can
logged
bring it
in.
Do you have access
Okay.
to this? You can take a look later.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
definitely circulate it, right?
Can we
that?
circulate the catalog?
Oh, yeah, let's send it.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So we can just take a look and next
Yeah.
time we come, we can just,
And you guys can email me too if something comes across your mind even before May. I think we all have each other's emails.
Well, just,
Oh,
just to
don't
be
do that.
safe, send it through.
Send it to you.
Yeah,
Okay,
so we don't have
send it
any
to you.
Brown Act.
Okay. Oh, Brown Act. Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I got you. Okay, well, that was good discussion. Okay, so that was over one item, and then did you want to talk about any of the other, our work plan?
Herschel, did you want to provide an update on the bonds?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. I think the last time we met, we had shared with you that the city was doing some due diligence on the available bond proceeds and checking our box and meeting with bond counsel and such. So we have completed that process as of last week. So we have the clearance from our financial advisors and the bond counsels that we can go ahead and proceed with spending those bond proceeds.
Nice.
So the next steps for us was I met with our county counterparts this week, kind of give them the same update. Then now we just need to get to the drawing board to say, because it's not a small project, it's $5 million that we have.
Right,
So we're gonna be working internally to kind of figure this out, how this fits with our the city's CIP program,
Right, and CIP stands for,
a capital improvement program.
Okay.
So the city adopts a 5-year capital improvement program, and then we'll do some fine tuning there, and ultimately we'll bring this forward, and then also give the council a heads up as well that this is, we have the clearance, we're ready to bring this forward and get their official blessing to say, go ahead, let's go ahead and move forward with the project. And I'll expect probably we'll do an update to the council in the next month or so,
okay,
once we have some tangible items.
Cool.
Having
Just
perspective.
remind us what is the project,
Sorry?
the project.
So I think we have initial conceptual plans on just construction hard improvements, redoing some of the areas within the library. But it's still to be, determined what the
Right.
final proposal is gonna come out. We're gonna get into a design services contract and such. So there will be a public participation,
Nice.
including the library commission. For those of you that were around when the original library was constructed, there was a library bond oversight committee, which
Oh.
included library commission members as
Nice.
participants. So we'll have to reinitiate that as well as part of the process. So a lot more to come on that, but we're the staff that we were looking for from our bond
Good.
council and financial advisors about that.
that's awesome. Well, we should clap that. Right, yes, I know, that's awesome. Thank you guys for your work on that. Okay, let's see, after work plan. So. wait a minute. Possible action, okay, so now we're on number 2, public comment. So do we have any public comment on anything that we've discussed? Okay. And number 3, possible action, review, comment, update goals for the library commission work plan. Anything, I think we've,
Well, you've given me some
Yeah,
direction, so
okay.
I'll send out the link.
Okay.
You have time to look over the schedule
perfect,
and then bring it forward to the next meeting.
that sounds great. For those T signs, would they come out of that 5 million or would they come out of something else? I'm just curious.
It won't be the 5
I could see them.
Need.
Maybe, somewhere we'll get some T signs. Are they called T signs? I know-
A-frame.
A-frame signs.
I knew there were a letter.
What is called?
The A-frame signs on the sidewalks and such, yeah.
Okay. All right, and now we're going to go to item 8.1, library reports, county library report for February 2024 and March. With Jennifer Weeks from Santa Clara County, our Santa Clara County librarian.
Thank you.
Good to
Commissioners,
see you.
it is in your packet.
Oh, yes, thank you so
Yes.
much.
So, yes, thank you for pointing that out. Nice to see you all. Always lovely to have visitors.
Yeah.
So I'm director of the county library system. And tonight I just wanted to point out a few, I guess we can look back a little bit in terms of February. So Silicon Valley Reads is our countywide program that kicked off in January with over 200 events countywide. It's been very successful. We've had everything from shop your closet to
Ooh.
artificial turf versus real grass, master gardening, water tours. So lots of wonderful events that really engage people, along with a number of books. So I know probably many of you are familiar with kind of a one book, one community, but it's really about creating conversation. So I hope you had a chance to read one of the many wonderful books. The Light Pirates, there's fiction, there's nonfiction. So I'm sure you guys still have some of those titles on display downstairs.
Can you tell me what shop the closet? That sounds really fun.
So let's
Swap it like it's hot. Don't worry, I have.
Oh my
So there you go.
gosh. Oh, I like that.
We also have a new county poet laureate. He was appointed by the Board of Supervisors at the end of January and is serving a 2-year term. So he is very much looking forward to working with youth, and we expect to have some events down here in South County. So
Nice.
Yoshimar Reyes really is passionate about his craft, and we look forward to him sharing those talents throughout the county.
Nice.
Sure, Roshimar Reyes, yes. as we hit into spring, happening at our libraries is get ready for kindergarten. So our children's libraries really are, librarians are passionate about this program. There's a wonderful booklet, there's an online component. So for all of those little learners in your life, please sign them up for Get Ready for Kindergarten. It is really about getting kids ready to learn. We had the forum in February as well. That's our annual stakeholders event, always the first Saturday of February. And this year's topic was about the benefit and power of play, and really how you can kind of embrace that playful spirit and the benefits, stress relief, physical movement, all those things by doing things that bring you joy, and really how the library contributes in so many of our programs that way. So it's exciting to have that kind of bring everybody together once a year. Of course, it was Black History Month. I know there were a number of events in February, Women's History Month here in March. And if you prefer text messaging, the library now can send you all your notifications via text. So it's very exciting, the technology of it all. But please, you should have had some email from us. Cassandra can also shoot those directions. It's there in your package. So if you are just waiting for that hold and you want to get there as quickly as you can, like I don't always check my email.
I don't check my email either, yeah.
So
That's
we're
true.
very excited to have launched text messaging just a
Nice.
few weeks ago as well. And again, more details in your packets, and happy to take any questions.
Where is the packet, in which page is that?
It looks like this.
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
Yeah. It's the first set of reports.
Can you speak a little bit about, you said the poet, I can't,
The Poet Laureate?
the poet laureate,
Certainly. So that actually is a countywide program.
okay.
We SB Creates and some of our other libraries throughout the
Yeah,
county.
yeah.
And one poet is selected for a 2-year term. They receive a stipend, and part of their role is certainly to advocate for poetry in lots
That
of different
piece,
ways.
okay.
And also present a series of free programs
That's
at our
beautiful.
libraries.
At all the libraries in the county.
Or
just
a smattering
I
of
like
them over
that.
the next
That's
few
beautiful.
years.
Wow,
Yes,
for 2
yes.
years.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
And what do they do? They go to the libraries and give lectures?
All kinds
or-
of things. They might do a reading, they might do workshops for teens, they do proclamations at the Board of Supervisors. So they do a lot of programs with SB Create. So it's really a variety of different things.
That's nice.
How many libraries are there in the county?
Good question.
So in the county
Well,
system or the whole county,
Well, you're the
so
head
so-
honcho or something.
yes,
How many?
yes.
Chicks on the block.
Thank you. So the Santa Clara County Library District, so we have 8 libraries. We have 7 community libraries. You guys are our southernmost library. We go up to Los Altos. We do not include the city of San Jose. But just as a point of reference, there are 44 libraries within the county of Santa Clara, from
Wow.
Palo Alto all the way down, just if you were curious
Oh,
to that. So yes, so we have we are part of kind of a partner to all of your cities where we are county employees and we have the collection and the programming, the staff, and the city provides the facility, which we lease.
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining that. I never heard it like that. Yeah, I didn't even know there's 44 libraries. Now I know San Jose, I think, has
That
26.
is 26 of them.
Yeah,
And you know,
okay, yeah.
they could be, 800 square feet,
Yeah,
or
that's
yours
very
is
true.
60
Yeah,
or 1,000.
yeah.
So yes, there's a
Yeah.
variety of sizes.
Wow.
And we all work together. My quote is always all libraries are good libraries. So
Yeah,
You are the director for the 7? or-
just for, yes,
Okay.
just for those.
E-
Yes.
Everything excluding San Jose, right?
San Jose has their own city
So
librarian.
everything.
San Jose has-
Jill Bourne is their city librarian. Mhm.
do you find, this popped into my brain. So there's 44 libraries and libraries are awesome, right? We all know do you find that schools access and use libraries as much as they should, since everything is so free in libraries. And school could be like the classroom, the family engagement, whatever piece. Do you feel like that's a gap that really needs to be closed,
Addressed.
addressed, not just here, but just like a
In
big
general.
picture? Yeah.
So an interesting bill coming through right now is about free library cards. And the governor has signed that every third grader should have a library card. We fortunately are already in partnership with 13 school districts throughout the county. So every single child within our library district, school districts, actually does get a student e-account. Your team here also does a number of outreach events to many
Yes,
schools
I
as
know.
well as within
Yeah.
the community. So
Right.
to your point, yes, we very much feel that we are partners hand in
Yeah.
hand with our school districts, especially in regards to summer reading, right? Or
Yeah.
again, these little learner programs, because it's a bit of a handoff, right? In terms of making sure that as a community, we're supporting our youth in the best
Yeah.
ways. So I think that the state is making really good strides in guaranteeing those solid
Absolutely.
relationships, and we'll certainly continue to do that. I meet with the
Yeah.
superintendent, and we really want it to be a resource for both the students
Yeah.
and their
And their
families.
families, absolutely. I just like it's gonna be a law, you said, right? That every third grader in California gets a library card.
Yes.
You have third grade or they're older? They're past.
4th and 6th.
Oh, but they'll still get one.
Well,
Well,
I
is
bet
it
they
just,
have one.
is it, yeah, they probably, well, we know they have one.
They already have one. Look it up, look it up.
So
Yeah.
how do you handle privacy issues, or do third graders have private, I mean, there's a lot of books in the library.
All
and
children actually
So
do,
they'll have
so.
full access, will parents be?
So it's a student e-account is
Yeah.
actually how it starts,
Uh-huh.
yes. And there's a student portal that has the accessible resources
Okay, so it's
on how they
accessible.
do that. So yes,
To
through
them.
there.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. I figured you had to address that somehow.
Well said.
One question, are these 7 libraries of similar size?
So our libraries actually range from 25,000 square feet up to 60,000 square feet. Milpitas is a touch larger than you here in Gilroy. The city of Los Altos, the city of Campbell is actually in the process of renovating their entire
Yeah.
library. They're at about 25,000 and Los Altos is about 28,000 and it kind of crawls up from there.
Yeah.
But yes, you definitely hold a very good space in your facility size.
That's nice.
And how do you know all this by memory? All this stuff.
Oh, she's great at it.
I love what we do. I love what we do. It's very fun.
Thank you for answering our questions.
Anytime.
Appreciate it. Okie dokie. Go back to okay, so next we will have our Gilroy Library report. Public comment. Is there any comment? Well, we kind of did public comment. Anyone want to say anything else?
So I'm looking at some of the programs we have, they are really interesting. The list of programs that they have organized for the months. Some of them are really good.
Glad you
I
think so.
agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. Thank you so much. And now we'll go to 8.2, our Gilroy Library report with our city librarian, Cassandra Wong.
Hi,
Community
everyone.
library.
So I did this a little differently this time. This page is in your packet, so if it's
Okay.
easier to look on your packet. You know, I usually give you a whole slide.
Yeah, we
but
love your slideshows,
know,
girl. We love your.
I feel like I can't get away from it, but if it's easier to view, we do have, I kind of consolidated everything into a simple bullet point thing here. This is, of course, very small, because of what it is. But, you know, if you want to take a look, some updates, we're still, talking about Storywalk progress. I'm on the calendar
Yes,
for the
yes.
Parks and Rec Commission, so we can also show them the presentation that you all saw.
Good job.
So we're really hoping to move that forward. Jennifer and the team, the admin people have been working on kind of MOUs and just kind of securing, and making
Nice.
sure that when the city's ready. We're also just ready to go with that programming. Very exciting, lots of summer programming. This year is going to be a focus on how we interact with play and how we interact with our environment. And there's going to be a lot of really cool options this year. We will be, of course, having our lunch in the library programs again, and a lot of really fun programming revolving on what we eat, how we eat it, how that also is impacted by the environment, and what we can do to kind of be really aware of our food and how it grows and where it comes from, especially in Gilroy. We think it's going to be a really great pertinent topic. So we're also completing our grant cycles. There's things that we've been approved for. There's also some things that we're working on in terms of funding new ideas. So I'll have more updates for you at our next meeting. And then so some statistical, I like to throw them in there, right? One of the cool statistics about Gilroy is that so a lot of libraries, based on where they're at and who their kind of contingency is of borrowers, you could have some libraries. We used to work at Campbell, and it was about 50-50 San Jose residents and 50-50 Campbell residents would use library services at the Campbell Library. So for us, here in Gilroy, 78% of our borrowers are Gilroy residents, which really resonates with us here because it feels like home, right? We run into each other. We see people that we see in our classrooms, in our workplaces, in our gyms, in our rec classes. So it's really nice just to be mindful of the fact that our borrowers are our residents. So to be able to connect that much on a weekly, monthly, daily basis is really rewarding and something that I just like to acknowledge. We had almost 17,000 individual borrowers and over 83,000 items were borrowed just at our Gilroy Library.
This is for what period?
This is for a 1 month period. I usually look at the last month that just finished. So this was for February. So again, February highlights, we finished our last session of Resilient Families. That is a huge program in our libraries. We did bilingual, we did a fully Spanish program this time around. Sometimes we do bilingual and sometimes we do 2 languages. So this time was Spanish only. We had over 30 families come regularly for this program. It's an 8-week program, so that's really huge to get that much investment from entire families. We did our clothing swap. We attracted about 50 people with tons of donations. We actually have extra donations that we will be donating to the community.
So how does that work?
So basically people signed up and
Sign
said,
up,
I'd like
okay.
to bring stuff. And then people came and you would go through and you could swap or you could shop.
You guys had it in the library?
Yeah, we had an
Oh my
meeting.
gosh, that is so cool.
I know. So yeah, so that was a really fun program. It's the first time we've tried it, and we'll probably try it again. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Our ESL sessions have begun, and our citizenship classes around the corner. We did a Percy Jackson reading challenge with raffle tickets for teens. And then some highlights, we have quilting coming up. We have Opportunity coming up, and we have lots of outreach opportunities with that. And we're really excited to be joining the city in partnership on that and collaborate with them. We're doing a program with the Historical Society, a poetry presentation and reading with the Poet Laureate on 4/20. And our Latin Jazz concert with Ryan Trujillo is also coming for Jazz Appreciation Month, which is also April. So we're really excited about those things. We just did teen and driving safety. That's wrapping up in this room right now. We still have Zumba every Tuesday evening, and yeah, so just some highlights. And then
Cassandra, I also ran into 2 of your children librarians over at Glenview for Read Across America.
Yeah.
So you guys are out in the schools and helping support the schools with that, and I just appreciate them being there.
Absolutely.
Because they did a much better job, I'm sure, than me. But-
Was it, Patty and, Cameron or?
No, I believe it was Elizabeth and someone else.
Okay, so yes, we're out and about. You can
Yeah.
see where you're at.
Yeah.
We started, we're really excited. Some of you know Sharon Kelly. She retired as our children's services librarian. She's currently back as extra help and she is joining us and doing outreach to different libraries and different schools and preschools. We currently have 3 regularly established, three times a week, we go out with a pop-up library, we bring programming and we do library months. So we're doing that through until the summertime starts. We have another cool partnership. Again, we're really trying to work on our partnerships within the city. So Adam and his team have helped us secure Saturdays for Play in the Plaza. We are so excited about that. Every Saturday, come and play with us and the city. So we're doing everything we can to kind of be
I
out
would give you
there.
guys a hand.
Oh, yeah.
Collaboration, that's awesome.
It's the team.
Yeah, I sense that. That's cool.
They're very strategic, they're very thoughtful, and they really want to make this your best library ever. So then just a few things. This is the fun stuff, right? Some photographs. We had an African drumming program that was amazing for students. We had Lunar New Year. This is part of our after story time play date. So families are welcome to hang out with us after the story time's over and speak with one another, get to know their communities who also have children. We did our first Battle of the Books reminiscent of March Madness. So it's going on now.
That is too cool.
Yeah, it's in the children's area. You can vote for your favorites. Almost to the finals. Again,
Of
really
course,
exciting
the
stuff.
Wimpy Kid would win.
Would be
Right.
good. I survived. I think it's gonna be bad,
And
bad
Dog
guys
Moon.
and Dogman. I
And
mean,
Dogman, I mean.
right? So all the favorites are there. Again, we have really great staff here who are really excited to present kind of fun and interesting ways to engage
Yeah.
kids. This is also our Lego program. And then some of our favorites, this is from our Lunar New Year, one of our bigger crowds, and also the picture at the top is just probably one of my favorites from recent library programming. That's the Chinese dragon or the
Right.
Lunar New Year dragon.
Right.
You touch their tongue and you get a little bit of
Yeah.
love. So just having people
Look at how
engage.
she's staring at
I
me.
know, it's so fun. So just being able to bring these opportunities, they're kind of newer opportunities, and we're trying, new things, trying to branch out and see what there is to see. We have such an amazing community that supports us. So again, that's the icing on the cake, right? Like this is all the fun stuff that we get to do. So you get the numbers, but also you get the actual impact and the actual fun stuff that we have. And again, as I mentioned, some upcoming things. I clicked out of that too soon. So again, age well, drive smart. We have a senior driving class coming up, opportunity routine, our book
Nice.
discussion, online personal finance workshops coming up about taxes. And we're continuing with our SBR themes, and we're doing an upcycled wreath made out of egg cartons, but you would never know based on how it's decorated. So join us for those. And yeah, we're always excited to see you here at the library.
Awesome. The tax guide, the financial, do you know what that's gonna be about?
It's online.
Oh, it's
Uh,
online. Oh, it's
yeah.
Zoom, you mean?
Yeah, so it's kind of
Oh,
virtual.
cool. Oh, virtual. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
And
Okay.
so
I
it's
could do
tax
that.
guide, so I think they kind of go over generally.
Oh,
kind of like
yeah, I
tax
think-
rules. as
Oh,
opposed to-
okay.
And maybe some on how to
Tax
file,
rules
but
are
it's
good.
more a guide about like,
Oh, cool.
maybe a lot of like changes that have happened that might
Okay.
impact you, and I think there's a question and answers.
Oh, nice.
So that's us,
Thank you.
So I have a couple of questions.
of course.
So that number that you mentioned, the 3,000, so I just did a quick check here. It is about 2,860 borrowing per day.
It could, yeah.
So
Just
my-
about.
My question is it kind of uniform across the year or it fluctuate based on the season?
So, I think it fluctuates kind of based on day, right? We get
Mhm.
more sometimes on the weekends or in the evenings. On actually Tuesdays, we have a little bit more than
Mhm.
Mondays.
What
So
about
kind of
through the year, so are there some months that you have more?
anytime there's a school holiday.
Yeah.
So November, December, April, February,
Yeah.
uh,
You said.
anytime there's kind of bigger breaks.
Right.
We see, an increase in people checking out. Summertime, we do see some spikes in checkouts, usually again before kind of big holidays. But it kind of varies, and we see kind of ups and downs throughout. So like November, we have a lot of checkouts. December, it kind of slows down.
Uh-huh.
January is kind of slower. February, it starts to pick up again.
So what is special about November?
November,
Maybe everyone's out shopping for Christmas.
yeah, it's a cozy
Right.
time. There's a
It's cold or something, right?
there's
Yeah.
a long break.
Great.
Oh, yeah, that's true, the
So-
Thanksgiving.
My second question is, do you have the breakup of this borrowing, whether it is more on books, CDs or videos or something else?
So we do have that information. In my previous reports, I would say like ebooks and
Yeah.
this type of book, this type of book. I can provide that information
Yeah,
again
that
if
would
you
be good.
prefer it.
Yeah. So is it more ebooks or is it normal books that you can borrow?
I think overall the trend is going towards more ebooks, but here specifically, we do check a lot of
I love
physical
hard copies.
material.
Yeah, I
I'll
see
ask
that.
the details next time.
Sure, of course, I can bring those back in, of course, yeah,
So I have one more question.
of course.
So when people don't return the books, do you replace them or how do you deal with that? Like if it's a popular book that somebody has borrowed and hasn't returned.
So we do our best to try and have as many, a few copies of
Okay.
recent titles, things that are very popular, we see a lot of holds on. We do a combination of things to make sure that we have as many of those copies in as possible. So we lease material. We make sure that we're up to date on our ordering. So, if we know it's the next big thing, it's in the Oakland Book Club, it's getting a lot of media attention. We go by our number of holds.
Things like bestseller, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So our bestseller collection is the one that's right in
Yeah.
front of the
Oh,
library.
yeah, downstairs.
Yeah,
I look every single time.
you'll always find something new there. So we try to really gauge, kind of public interaction and buzz with
Yeah.
topics. And then we make sure that that is also part of our formula share, how we're buying things. We adjust our budget based on,
Oh, that's good.
where we think we need to put more money. So the newer books, well, we want to make sure we can get those out really quickly and people are able to access them. That also goes for our ebooks, right? So we try to make sure we're buying enough licenses and we're making sure that we have those available right away because
Mhm.
you don't want to wait 8 weeks or 10
Yeah.
weeks or 12 weeks. So we really try to factor, making sure that we have those available as soon as possible and right away. And we even look at how we process material to make sure that we're getting them out as close to
Right.
street date as possible.
So there's a print copy of something, you also have it in e-format.
We try to.
So typically that's the case or that's not the case?
For newer material, we try really hard to make sure there's an audio version and
That's
a digital version and a print copy version. We also try to make sure that we always have like a large type version
Mhm.
and have those out.
This
at
is
the same
mostly
time.
the case for new publication, right?
Excuse me. Yeah, so it's easier for us to access multiple formats for newer material. It's gonna be a little harder to get those for something that was printed maybe,
Yeah.
50 years ago
Right.
or something. So it just kind of depends, but newer stuff is usually easier to access in multiple formats.
Mhm.
Very good, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you so
you. Thanks for
much.
asking.
I have one question around, can you talk about inclusion? Like activities that you guys are doing or any partnerships or programs around inclusion as far as kids with disabilities?
So, yeah, we're really excited to be working around a theme of play. Like Jennifer mentioned, it was part of our forum discussions. And our play in the plaza is going to be featuring a lot of adaptive and also inclusive
Nice.
play, right? Play is for everyone.
Absolutely.
It's for caregivers as well. So we really want to make sure we are working with those specific needs. We do our ELR preschools. We support them by doing a story time with them. So again, just trying to make sure, also with our new play spaces, those are very thoughtfully designed to make sure
Nice.
they're ADA more than just compliant, but
Right.
accessible, right?
Good.
So it's not just meeting the minimum requirement of depths and heights and
Right.
stuff. It's meeting the real accessibility, you know, so we have even, you know, if the widest point is, you know, by ADA standard is
Yeah.
36, we push for 44 or
Yeah.
42. So
That's
there's even more, I mean, love everybody,
Yeah,
right? And
absolutely.
it is part of our integral mission to make sure that we're accessible and that we're inclusive.
Yeah.
And that includes neurotypical children, neurodiverse children, and everyone and everywhere in between. So it's
Yeah.
really important for us to build those things in as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And what's ELR?
ELR is early learning readiness.
Oh,
Is-
oh,
We
okay.
have it here through, we also do it in conjunction with the YMCA, and it is it's basically like free preschool, I guess we'll call
Oh,
it.
is that for kids with special needs?
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone, so kids with special needs can also come
Sure.
and be supported.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
And it's the caregiver stays with them too.
Mhm.
And
Oh.
the YMCA teachers are there. as well. I have friends who've been in the
Wow.
program, they just gush about it. They love it.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, we have great providers, and again, it's a way to build community, right?
Yeah,
If you have little ones at home or you're caregiving for little ones, sometimes it can be a little isolating and you can kind of feel like, I don't know if anybody else is
Yeah.
dealing with XYZ thing.
very
Am I
good.
the only one? And then, you know, we're able to get families together to really, again,
Yeah.
build community, even for our littlest. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for that report, Cassandra. And do we have any public comment?
My son was able to take advantage of one of your programs, the teen, LGBTQ.
Yeah, safe
I
space.
think I got it, the safe space.
Yeah.
Yes, so we moved here about 2.5 years ago from Florida, and it was difficult. He's introvert, right? And then, we were in Milpitas for 2 years, came to Gilroy, went to the program. Now he's found his tribe, he has
Oh.
friends. So
That's a good story, right? He's
I'm
found his
so
tribe.
glad, Jenna
Yeah.
is our teen librarian. She works really closely with Simon, who runs
Yeah.
Safe Space, and Simon is amazing.
Yeah, he sure is.
And we are so lucky to have the ability to support community, and our
Mhm.
teens are amazing. Every one of them that comes in here, they love their library and they love each other. They take care of one another. They work really well together. And so we're really excited to be able to offer more community, right? And welcoming spaces. That's really a testament to who we are. And I'm so glad to
Yeah.
that they're enjoying themselves here.
Absolutely.
That's really
It's
exciting
good
to
for-
hear.
good.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, guys. Possible action, receive and comment on your report. Oh, okay, I think we've passed that, right? Okay. Okay, commission comments. Commissioners, do you have any comments? I know we've been talking throughout the process. Anybody have any comments?
Everything very good.
Yes, very good.
Thank you.
Staff, do you have any comments?
No,
Nope, okay.
Maybe remind, the mayor's gonna be here at the next meeting.
oh,
Future
Yes.
agenda items.
so the mayor is doing a tour of all the commissions.
Nice.
And she was actually gonna come tonight, but she had a previous engagement.
Okay.
So she will be at the next meeting
Perfect, in May.
in May, and
Yeah.
what she has done from what I've noticed from the other commission meetings is she'll just Well, so she can't invite you to the State of the City because it will already happen,
Yeah.
which is what she's been doing. But she just wants to let you know that the council's here to support you,
That's nice.
and that you can always contact her. And
Awesome. And when's the State of the City?
Be on the April 29th
Yeah.
at 7 o'clock.
In the evening?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
City Hall.
City Hall,
Okay,
yep,
April
at the-
29th.
At the chambers, yep.
Four
So even
twenty-nine.
though she's not here,
Yeah.
we do extend
You
the
can-
invite to you.
thank you
as
so
commissioners
much.
As well, and
Right,
residents
thank
of the community.
It's gonna be online too.
I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah, it'll be
very
streamed.
good point.
It'll be streamed.
For future agenda items, can we look into the A?
Well, we don't have to make it an item. We can.
We don't, okay, I don't know if it has to be an agenda. I don't, we gotta vote on it. I don't know how it works. Okay.
Figure something out.
Okay, and then another agenda item will be to go over the final
Yeah,
conference
and that's
thing.
part of the work plan.
The work
So
plan,
it's
okay, so that's
already-
already on there. Okay, so I think that's everything. So we are going to call our meeting to close at exactly 8 p.m.